Welcome back to the channel. Today I am in Curacao and I am joined by the one and only Mr. Oscar Valladares. Oscar, thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I apologize if it's a little loud in the background. We kind of had to just, pull things together and, fit this video in because, you're here, so I had to just make this video. And thank you so much for agreeing to do this. But, great to see you, man. I was so excited when Amaryllis said that you're going to be coming. And you're actually here, so thank you for joining me, man.
No, thank you. Thank you very much. It's my second time here in the Curacao. Amaryllis is a great person, and sending to me the invitation, I say, I go.
Yes.
Actually, I'm coming back from Europe right now. Like 4 days ago, come back from working in Intertabac in Germany, Belgium, Switzerland.
That's a lot of travel, man.
A lot of traveling, almost for 1 month, but Curacao is beautiful, so I'm here.
Of course. I'm here for the Caribbean Habanos Days, and you obviously produce cigars in Honduras. So, can you explain? How did you get this invite? Or why did you accept this invite? That's the question that was on my mind. Don't get me wrong, I'm super happy you're here, but you make cigars in Honduras. What's going on here?
That's the beautiful of this business, man. This business is so beautiful. You can connection with people, you can connection with new friends, new guys, and doesn't matter, if you're from Honduras, Dominican, Nicaragua, Cuba,
yes,
all together, the people smoke cigars, enjoy it, and I'm here. I'm super happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here as well. I was so excited when Amara said you were coming. And this is such an honor for me, so thank you for agreeing to do this. But before we get into anything, can you introduce this cigar? Because I'm taking a few puffs on this and I'm like, holy crap, this is gorgeous. Tell me a little bit about this cigar, because we had a conversation. We were just on the boat. We had a conversation about what cigars you like to smoke, and we're going to get into that again. But this cigar, this is beautiful. The first few puffs, this is just smooth. It's the flavors are just comfortable. It doesn't taste like it's going to be super strong. Can you tell me a little bit more about this cigar, please?
The first cigar I introduced in the market is Leaf by Oscar.
Yeah.
I use more Honduran tobacco. In the beginning, that's, 10 years ago, okay? So 10 years ago, I tried to use the tobaccos from Honduras.
Yeah.
Almost, 95%. Right now, I'm celebrating 10 years in the market with Leaf by Oscar.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So that cigar is growing in one of my farms in La Florida, Hamastran, Honduras. The name of the farm is La Florida. The wrapper is a Criollo wrapper. I prepared this project almost like 5 years ago, and prepare the cigars or the tobacco for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So I try to have inventory with 5 years aging the tobacco. Okay, when you try the cigar, it's 100% Honduras. It's a Honduras puro.
Oh, it's a Honduran puro.
Honduran puro. It's a Criollo wrapper growing in one of my farms. The bander is Honduran too, with different part of Honduras. The filler is 3 different farms from different areas in Honduras too. So the combination is pure Honduran. It's a medium plus, a lot of flavor, good power, spicy a little bit, but great with the flavor, the good combination, complex in the cigar. I prepare for that cigar for the 10 years. Actually, the Leaf by Oscar, the regular Leaf by Oscar, is making with tobacco paper. These labels is making right now with plantain tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what happened in Danlí, Honduras, is one of the more biggest producer of coffee. So the coffee, you need, like shade. So you put plantain tree. So it's a lot of plantain tree. Nobody uses it, so I use it for making the paper, for the labels.
That's very conscious of you in terms of the environment and everything. Sorry, I was just focusing on the cigar because that cigar is beautiful. This is gorgeous. How come we don't have this in England? Like, this is the cigar I want to see in England. What's going on?
Actually, the first order, it's in 3 weeks, is ready to ship into England and all European market.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're going to see this on the shelves in about 3 to 4 weeks, maybe a month or so.
1 month.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait. This is gorgeous. This is genuinely incredible. Like you saw, I was just like smoking away. I wasn't listening to you. I was just smoking the cigar.
But it's a great flavor.
This is a beautiful flavor.
Complex.
Like you say, it's medium, but I'm getting a very mild, comfortable, super smooth smoke. It's nutty. There's this like almost like a chewy kind of smoke. It's gorgeous. It hits your palate very firm, but it's like it doesn't hit you in a negative way. It's not overpowering by any means.
Very important. When you smoke the cigar, you have a very clean palate. You don't have aftertaste. It does because the tobacco is fermenting for a long time.
Yes. And you can taste that age on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of flavor, complex, sweetness, creamy, good power, everything together. So it's one of the cigars I'm super happy for having the market right now.
Well, thank you for sending this over to the UK. I can't wait to get back there and start smoking more of these. But we're in Curacao at the moment, and as I said, I'm here for the Habanos Caribbean Days. I can't remember which way ground it goes, but it's one of the two anyway. And you were invited by Amaryllis, but you actually have a history of some relationship with Habanos. Could you go into that a little bit? Is that something you can talk about?
When I start my business, I start working with Rocky Patel. Okay. Actually, I am the guy, making the tours to Rocky, for Honduras.
Yes.
See the farm, fermentation, box factory. That's my job in that time. Soon later, I making my first company, distributing cigars in Honduras, Rocky Patel Cigars. And I selling a lot of cigars, and Rocky give me the distribution for all Latin America and the Caribbean.
Wow.
But later, I working in the quality control and the packaging department for Rocky. And then I had 3 jobs at the same time. Okay, in charge of the groups.
You had no time for anything then.
No. And later it's like selling cigars in Latin America and the Caribbean. Only Rocky Patel in that time.
Yeah.
And then working in the packaging department and the factory in Honduras. So later, my company, I selling just Rocky, but a lot of people asking to me for Dominican, Nicaraguan cigars. So I start bring to my company Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Honduran cigars for distributing in Latin America and the Caribbean. And then I have the distribution of Cuban cigar in Honduras, and that's the connection. So I have 4 different countries making the more big countries, 4 big countries growing cigars or making cigars. Have the distribution, so I start selling. That's like I don't know, 14 years ago, something like that.
So just to clarify, you were selling Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Honduran cigars all over the Caribbean. Were you selling, or were you distributing, I should say, Cuban cigars to the Caribbean as well, or just in Honduras?
Just in Honduras.
Just in Honduras. So you were focusing the Cuban cigars in Honduras. So you've actually got a long history with lots of brands and lots of cigar manufacturers. It's not just well, you still have a great relationship with Rocky Patel.
Absolutely.
But you have a great relationship with a wide range of brands from different regions.
For different, a lot of different brands. Nobody knows, but it's a lot of different brands. But I tell you, again, that's the beautiful in the cigar business. I am in the more beautiful business in the world. It's like connection, here is no competition. It's like, okay, you have good cigars, you have good cigars, you have good cigars, and all together. And I learning a lot for that. I learning a lot from Dominican, Nicaragua, Honduras, Cuba, all the places. So, I'm super happy for that. And connection the people.
The camaraderie in the industry is something to behold, and this is something that I've noticed across the board. I mean, everywhere I go, there's so much love in the industry, and I absolutely adore that. So, are you still distributing cigars? Are you still distributing Cuban cigars, or how does that work now? I mean, you've got Leaf by Oscar, you've got your own brand. So how does that work now?
No. You know, it's a couple of years ago. I'm not distributing anymore. My brother, Hector is in charge of the distribution, the original business. So he's
so you've sold the business completely?
Yeah, it's a Hector business right now.
Okay.
So my brother is in charge of a couple of stores. So opening a couple of stores in Central America, and also distributing the cigars in the Caribbean and all Latin America.
Wow.
So and you know, but I really enjoy all that kind of stuff. You know, I am in Miami today, so I arrived today. Enjoy, you know, beautiful weather,
yes.
Smoking a cigar with friends, make people, and then I come back in 2 days to Miami, and then traveling to Chicago, California, Houston.
When do you get a day off, man?
When I'm dying. Yeah, but you know, the more important, schedule. The more important for me is enjoy what I am doing.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah, if I don't enjoy it, why?
Exactly. Why bother doing it if you're not enjoying what you know? If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That's what they say, right?
I enjoy it every single moment. You know, every single cigar, and you know, that's fun.
So Leaf by Oscar took off, and one of the things that has really caught the market that you did, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, it's normal now, but back in the day, it was a completely novel idea. I mean, you made cigars look ugly as sin by putting like these wrapper leaves and these dry leaves all around the cigar, and it catches your eye immediately. As soon as you see it, you're like, what the hell is this? And then you unwrap it, and there's this beautiful, beautiful cigar inside. And then that contrast of having this really, you know, thing, this rough edge on it, you take it open and you see that beautiful glossy wrapper leaf in the cigar. That caught so many people's eyes. So how do you come up with that? Like, you know, how does someone even come up with an idea like that?
You know, in Spanish, it's some, it's not like, in Spanish, something, you know, people explain to the other guys. It's like, no juzgues el libro por la portada. It's like, when you see a book, you see the front of the book. And you say, it's good, it's no good, oh, it's pretty, but you never know what is inside.
I agree.
Okay, so one of the ideas for me, because I am in this business for almost 22 years already, I want making something different in the market, but at the same time, good quality, good product, and it's a great cigars in the market right now. I think right now the consumers win because a lot of great cigars in the market.
Absolutely.
But my idea every time is like I'm working on different ideas right now every day, you know. But the idea is have something in the market different, unique, but awesome at the same time. So when you put all together, packaging, you know, the boxes, the labels. But at the end of the day, the people who smoke the labels, they smoke the boxes. They smoke the cigar.
They smoke the cigar, absolutely,
So you need to have, you know, everything together. So that's one of my ideas is have a great product at the market, but different ideas, different stories.
You're a bit of a marketing genius on that one. I mean, is there some influence that you got that from, or was it just like you were start smoking, you thought, I know, I'll put that leaf around a cigar, maybe that'll work? How did that come up?
I think this is because the customers.
Okay.
Why? Because when I'm making the Leaf by Oscar, I'm making that cigar. The first brand I make is 2012.
Yeah.
If you remember, the Mayan says the end of the war in 2012. Okay?
Yeah.
December 21st.
Yeah. 2012, the world's gonna end.
Yeah. So I'm making one box of 20 cigars. 19 cigars is the same.
Okay.
Only one is different. That's the original leaf in the market. Covered with the leaf.
Oh, I see.
And the label say to be smoked December 21st. So you can buy the box in January, but you need to save that cigar and smoking in December 21st. Why? Because that's the end of the war. So that's the last cigar you're smoking in your life, or you celebration the new generation. So it's how, you know, the leaf is in the market. But it's amazing because everybody, you know, like you say, the packaging is beautiful. Man, you imagine how many people call me, hey, are you crazy? You wasting tobacco. That's the more stupid idea I see. You know, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But later I say, you know, I believe in this project.
Yes.
So, you know, it starts selling more and more and more. But after a couple years, the people say, okay, great.
Yeah.
But what is new?
Yeah.
I am like, the leaf. He said, no, 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 no. Where is the new idea?
Yeah, yeah.
So I received, all my customers is like, okay, what is the new idea? What is this? So I start playing with different packagings, different names. So I have combination of right now the cigars with art, cigars with music, cigar with movies.
Yes, yes.
Cigar with story of Honduras or whatever, and then start making with all that kind of stuff together.
Yeah.
And now my brand or my cigars or my company is one of the companies is making some a lot of different things, but good quality product.
Yes.
So I play with the packaging. I have a different ideas for the next year, a lot of stuff, and I have, for example, Superfly.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like movie in the 70s with music, with funky, with this. McFly.
It sticks out.
Yeah.
When you see that cigar on the shelf, immediately hits your eye, right? Bold, big, bright colors. Yeah. It's a stunning looking cigar. I mean, for people who like that era, for people who like the style of the marketing or whatever, that just hits straight away. And it's a bit like, I've noticed some people, either people absolutely hate it or they absolutely love it.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a polarizing.
But you have one choice. You can take the label, smoking the cigar, and you say, I like it.
It's a good cigar.
Yeah,
it's a lovely cigar.
Yeah.
It's a lovely cigar.
It's a lovely cigar. Yeah.
You're producing a lot of tobacco as well. I mean, you were telling me how many pounds, and I forget, but how much tobacco are you producing at the moment? Just raw tobacco, not cigars.
Right now, it's almost like 1.2, 1.3 million pounds of tobacco.
Wow.
That's included Nicaragua, Honduras, Mexico, a little bit Dominican. So,
wow. So are you supplying a lot of the brands, or are you using all that tobacco for Leaf by Oscar?
I use more of the tobacco for Leaf by Oscar, but I sell it for another companies too.
So are you using the best for Leaf by Oscar? Like,
No.
I'm messing.
I give the same product for another factory.
Yeah, so you make enough to be able to supply
exactly
Leaf by Oscar and your customers who want to buy the raw tobacco
and another
as well.
brands. Yep.
That's amazing. So, I mean, you're doing a lot. You're
box
doing
factory
a lot.
too.
Yeah, you got the box factory as well. I mean, in Honduras, are you the biggest producer of tobacco? Or?
No.
Okay, so no, you're the second biggest producer of tobacco in Honduras.
Maybe, potentially.
Potentially. You don't want to confirm or deny, huh? Is that how it is?
Yeah, but it's something I really enjoy it. Every part of my life is like learning. When I working with Rocky, I learning about the tours. They explain the people about the tobacco. The process. But later, when I open my own factory, I buy tobacco for different people. But later I say, I want to have the control. So I start growing tobacco and ferment it by myself. And then I open my box factory. And then I open the distribution in US, my sales team. So everything, is in the house. So I have the control from the seed, from the ash of the cigar.
So you've got all that control over producing the tobacco. What about when it comes to blending cigars and actually making the cigars individually? Do you blend any of the cigars, or how does that work? I mean, how do you operate that?
I have a team working in that, but it's very easy when you know what is the characteristic of the tobaccos, okay? Yeah. When you say, oh, that tobacco, the soil is more volcano soil, so it's peppery, strong, for example, Honduras is more rich in flavor, sweetness, creamy. So, for making my life easy, I put in the market what I like it, okay? But I want the tobacco already fermenting, 100%. And then I start, making the cigars. Try with the team, but I am the guy making the decision.
So you make the final decision on the blends.
Exactly, because man, if you listen to 20 people, everybody have a different palate.
Course.
So for me, it's like, okay, that cigar I want,
so
my
you kind of
medium.
filter it down to like a level which is easy for you to kind of palate, and then you will pick from the final selections.
Exactly.
Right, that's a smart way of doing things.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of frees you up to do a lot of other things, because you've got a million other things that you need to do.
Yeah.
So, that's a smart way of doing it. When you do come to that final blend, does it always just come and it's like, oh, this is the one? It just hits, or Like, is there something that you're looking for, or do you kind of start with a plan and think, I want this cigar, let's go blend that?
No, you know, I try every time that have a different brands in the market. For example, when I'm making the leaf, it's like pure Honduran tobaccos, okay? Later I put the Oscar in the market, it's Honduras and Nicaragua, the mix. Superfly, McFly have the Honduras, Dominican, Nicaragua, Mexico, so it's plain.
It's a lot,
every time. You know, I think for my company, I'm very lucky because I can play with 19 different countries growing tobacco.
Yes.
But my base is Honduras. But you can play, you know, Ecuadorian, Sumatra, Peruvian, Panamanian, Costa Rica, Panama.
Of course.
So you have millions and millions of combinations. So that's amazing. One leaf is making a lot of big difference.
Huge difference.
And the blend.
Yes.
So every time I try to have something, you know, different in the market. Like right now, you're smoking the leaf 10 years.
Which is good.
That's total different cigar. It's Honduran tobacco.
It's very different.
At the same time, I'm growing tobacco.
Yeah.
So I play with seeds too, with different seeds for different part of the world, and see what happened.
Yeah.
And then play. So right now I have more tobaccos and fermenting right now. In the next couple years, you can see in the market.
Yeah.
But total different flavors, total different cigars, good quality, full of flavors. You know. So I'm working like that.
Question. You know, just looking at the cigar, can you smoke through this band as well?
You can smoke it, but I tell the people, you know, for the ink, you know.
Probably not an idea for this one. But a lot of people smoke through the leaf by Oscar band, because that's made of tobacco leaf.
Yeah, with tobacco veins.
Oh, yeah, tobacco veins,
yeah.
So that one, a lot of people smoke through the band, and they say, nah, it doesn't affect the cigar taste at all. This one, you'd recommend not to.
No, but it's not affect the cigar, but you know, it's,
okay.
yeah.
I might smoke through the band then.
Okay, you let me know, what do you think?
I will, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask you is that, because for work purposes, you're smoking a lot of cigars, right? There are loads of cigars you have to smoke, which, to be fair, is just work. It's just hard work. What do you do? What cigars do you smoke when you just want to chill out? When it's just you, by yourself, you don't want to do anything else, it's just the cigar that you want to smoke when you're chilled out?
I think right now, I smoke every single cigar I make. But I think right now, they live 10 years.
This one?
Yeah.
I can see why. Because this is gorgeous. I can see why. So this is like in the evening, you've done everything, you want to be left alone, and this is the cigar you'd pick.
Yeah, that's the cigar I pick.
What about in the morning? First thing in the morning?
You know, I smoke everything, but what the cigar I really like in the morning, it's the Oscar Habano.
The Oscar Habano?
Yeah, the Oscar Habano.
We don't have that in the UK, do we?
Not yet.
Not yet. Potentially. So that's first thing in the morning, you haven't brushed your teeth, you wake up and you're like, I want a cigar.
Yeah.
That's the one that you pick up.
With a coffee, and you know, I really like that cigar.
What's that like? Because I've never smoked it.
You know, that cigar is very special for me. I'm making in 2016. That cigar had the trophy in 2017 in Germany for the best Honduran cigar.
Wow.
But the flavor, the time for making that blend take a lot of time. Number 9 in 2016 by Cigar Journal in the top 25.
Congratulations.
One team in 2017, one team of baseball win the World Series in celebration with that cigar. So that's a winner for me. You know, I want to wake up like winner, so I smoke that cigar.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
In terms of like Leaf by Oscar, when you're blending cigars, what kind of profile are you aiming for? Like, do you want to make super strong cigars? I mean, I find your cigars to be easy, they're accessible. Like, do you normally want to make light body cigars or strong body, or do you like try and cater to everyone? How do you kind of make that? How do you make that decision?
That depends. You know, I have mild, I have medium plus, and I see the market. You know how it is, where the cigar is selling the most. But for me, it's a little bit complicated right now because, for example, I have Connecticut and I have Maduro. In some months I'm selling more Connecticut, another month is more Maduros.
Yeah.
But I make it, you know, choices for the people. The people want mild cigar, I have it. medium I have, medium to strong I have. So
Yeah.
I have everything.
So generally, I guess if you make medium cigars, then you can kind of like focus on both sides. But if you've got everything anyway, then you know people can pick and choose between what they feel like.
I have more medium, you know.
You have more medium?
Yeah, more
Okay.
medium body. You have some people smoking mild can smoke medium, no problem. And the people that smoking a strong cigar, I say okay, I can try medium. So
Yeah.
almost in the medium side.
We might have to end the interview at this stage because it's getting a little too loud. I apologize to you guys for the music and the sounds around. Really apologize, but I wanted to get this video done as soon as possible because I know you've got a crazy schedule. But apologies for the noise around, and thank you so much for taking the time for sitting down and talking to me. It's been an absolute pleasure. This has been amazing, an amazing experience for me. And this cigar, I can't wait to smoke this in England. Thank you so much for.
No problem.
It's been a
Thank you
pleasure.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.